Could a nation so young hold secrets older than empires? Timor-Leste, born in 2002, is a land where ancient rituals dance with a fierce spirit of independence, carved from centuries of struggle. Its rugged mountains, pristine shores, and vibrant traditions whisper stories of resilience and rebirth. For those who seek the soul of a place, this is no ordinary destination. It's a journey into the heart of a people who've turned hardship into hope. Join us as we explore 15 surprising facets of this remarkable nation, each a chapter in a story that deserves to be told. Wait, before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to Gozijourney for more interesting travel documentary every day. A nation born anew. Timor-Leste is a spark of a nation, barely 2 decades old, bursting onto the global stage in 2002. Its story is one of grit and glory, over 400 years as a Portuguese colony, followed by a brutal Indonesian occupation from 1975 that tested its soul. Through conflict and courage, the Timorese claimed their freedom, crafting a country that's as resilient as it is radiant. Spanning just 14,870 square kilometers, smaller than Connecticut, this land packs a punch with its jagged peaks, untouched beaches, and rainforests humming with life. The climate swings between a lush rainy season and a sun-soaked dry one, hovering around 86 degrees Fahrenheit year-round. For travel documentary lovers, Timor-Leste is a goldmine of raw beauty. Its tourism scene is still sleepy, leaving its landscapes and culture gloriously unspoiled, a rare find in Southeast Asia. Home to 1.3 million people as of 2024, 97% are Catholic, making it a spiritual cornerstone in the region, with churches that pulse with faith. Tidum and Portuguese are the official languages, though only a third of folks use Portuguese daily. Most lean on Tidum or local dialects, while the youth sprinkle in English and Indonesian, often weaving 3 or 4 tongues into a single chat. It's a linguistic dance that mirrors the nation's vibrant spirit. For Gozijourney fans, this young nation's blend of history, heart, and untouched allure is a story begging to be told. East Timor or Timor-Leste? What's in a name? For Timor-Leste, quite a lot. Many still know this nation as East Timor, a term that echoes through old textbooks and news archives. But since its independence in 2002, the country has proudly claimed the name Timor-Leste. The old moniker, East Timor, hails from the Indonesian occupation 1975 to 1999, when the territory was called Timor-Timor or East Timor in Indonesian. Western media adopted the English translation, and it stuck in global consciousness. But Timor-Leste is more than a name. It's a declaration of identity. Timor means east in the local language, and Leste means east in Portuguese, creating a poetic East-East that nods to both its geography and its Portuguese heritage. By choosing this name, Timor-Leste distanced itself from Indonesian influence and aligned itself with the community of Portuguese-speaking nations, a subtle but powerful act of self-definition. The strength and spirit of Timorese women. The women of Timor-Leste are the heartbeat of the nation. Their sun-kissed skin and gentle smiles as captivating as the traditional sarong skirts and colorful hand-tied scarves they wear. These women are more than just a visual hallmark. They're the backbone of society. They toil in the fields as the primary agricultural workforce, preserve cultural traditions through storytelling and crafts, and hold an impressive 38% of parliamentary seats, one of the highest rates in Southeast Asia. Their influence is undeniable, shaping both the present and the future of this young nation. Yet, beneath this strength lies a complex reality. Over 20% of Timorese women marry before 18, often in arranged marriages with significant age gaps, sometimes up to 30 years. Dowry and family traditions frequently overshadow personal choice, a practice rooted in deep cultural norms. But change is stirring. Education and access to languages like Tidum, Portuguese, English, and Indonesian are empowering a new generation. Many young women now speak up to 4 languages fluently, navigating social media and dating apps to forge multicultural connections with people from the US, Australia, and Europe. They're redefining love, life, and their place in the world, blending tradition with modernity in a way that's uniquely Timorese. This evolving role of women makes Timor-Leste a compelling subject for a travel documentary, capturing the tension between tradition and progress. Their story is one of resilience and transformation, a narrative that resonates far beyond the island's shores. Are you inspired by the strength of Timorese women? Comment with the number 2, and we'll share more insights or tips on connecting with their vibrant culture. Celebrations that ignite the spirit. Timor-Leste's calendar bursts with festivals that radiate color, rhythm, and deep-rooted pride. Every April, Dili streets come alive with Carnival de Dili, where locals slip into dazzling costumes, pound out beats on drums, and weave through traditional dances. It's a spectacle that hums with the energy of Rio but pulses with Timor-Leste's distinct sense of self, a vibrant declaration of independence and identity. Over on Atauro Island, the August Atauro Festival strikes a quieter but no less soulful note. Here, indigenous songs fill the air, ancestral tales unfold, and community-driven efforts like beach cleanups and tree planting tie culture to care for the earth. When December rolls in, Christmas blankets the nation. From Dili's bustling core to sleepy coastal hamlets, nighttime torchlight processions cast a warm glow, while choirs lift their voices in Tidum, Portuguese, and local dialects. Homes shimmer with lanterns crafted from palm leaves and handmade saint figures. Kids steal the show with Christmas plays in churchyards, and adults gather for open-air feasts, savoring grilled fish, corn cakes, and the rich aroma of hand-roasted coffee. For anyone chasing a travel documentary that captures the heart of a place, these festivals are pure gold. Each one a vivid thread in the tapestry of Timor-Leste's faith, tradition, and unbreakable community spirit. Atauro Island, a marine paradise. Just 24 kilometers north of Dili, Timor-Leste's capital, lies Atauro Island, a biological marvel that feels like a secret whispered by the ocean. In 2016, scientists surveyed its waters and discovered 643 reef fish species, the highest number ever recorded in any marine region on Earth. Many of these species were undocumented, not because they were new, but because Atauro's remote waters had kept them hidden from human eyes. Nestled in the Coral Triangle, the world's most biodiverse marine region, Atauro's underwater world is a kaleidoscope of color and life. Researchers have proposed turning its waters into a marine conservation park, a move that could preserve this treasure for generations. For travelers, Atauro is a paradise waiting to be explored. A simple diving mask opens a portal to a vibrant underwater universe, where hammerhead sharks, sea turtles, and rays glide through crystal-clear waters. On lucky days, you might spot whales spouting or dolphins dancing alongside your boat. No VIP ticket required. This untouched marine haven is a dream for travel documentary filmmakers, offering visuals and stories that capture the awe of nature's untouched beauty. Atauro's potential as a marine ecotourism destination is just beginning to shine, promising adventures that blend science, wonder, and respect for the environment. Thai Market, a living cultural museum. In the bustling heart of Dili, the Thai Market is a celebration of Timor-Leste soul. The star of the show is Thais, a traditional hand-woven fabric that's more than just cloth. It's a cultural artifact used in weddings, funerals, and ceremonies. Each piece adorned with red, orange, indigo, or yellow hues and intricate patterns of animals, sun motifs, or ancestral symbols, tells the story of a specific region or community. No two are alike, and in 2021, UNESCO recognized Thais as an intangible cultural heritage of humanity, cementing its global significance. The market, run by local women artisans, is a living museum. These women weave ties on site, explaining the meaning behind each pattern to curious visitors. Beyond ties, the stalls brim with bronze jewelry, brocade bags, traditional instruments, ritual masks, and amulets, each item a piece of Timor-Leste heritage. You might catch a weaving demonstration, a folk dance, or an ancestral worship ceremony, making every visit a deep dive into the nation's traditions. For those creating a travel documentary, the Thai Market is a visual and emotional feast, a place where the past and present intertwine in every thread. Adventure sports, thrills in the wild. Timor-Leste's rugged, untouched landscape is a playground for adventure seekers. Scuba diving is the crown jewel, especially around the eastern islands, where clear waters teem with hammerhead sharks, sea turtles, vibrant corals, and even whales. A 40-minute dive feels like a journey to another world, with visibility so sharp you can see every detail of the seabed. For land-based thrills, cycling through the Mobis or Ramelow mountain regions offers a heart-pounding challenge. Rent a bike for about $70 a day and tackle winding forest paths, where a single freewheel descent will send adrenaline coursing through your veins. For a more serene adventure, try stand-up paddleboarding or surfing around Dili's calm waters. Paddle past coral reefs or watch the sunset reflect off mirror-like waves, blending tranquility with exploration. This untouched terrain is a filmmaker's dream, offering endless visuals for a travel documentary that captures the raw thrill of adventure in a land few have explored. Comment with the number 6 to tell us which adventure you choose: diving, cycling, or paddling. A transportation adventure like no other. Traveling through Timor-Leste is an adventure in motion, a chaotic symphony of vehicles that could star in its own action movie. Forget sleek highways and predictable traffic. Here, motorbikes rule the roads, weaving through Dili streets with a daring that's both exhilarating and slightly nerve-wracking. Cars are a rare sight, outnumbered by a colorful cast of three-wheeled contraptions, bicycles piled high with rice sacks, and microlit buses that look like they've rolled straight out of a festival. These small buses, painted in neon hues and decked out with flashing LED lights, blast music from dawn to dusk, turning every ride into a mobile party. You're not just getting from point A to point B, you're rocking out in the middle of the street. Motorbikes are the lifeblood of transport, used for everything from market runs to hauling goods stacked taller than the rider. Three-wheeled vehicles, affectionately dubbed mini containers, trundle along with improbable loads, while bicycles balance dozens of bags with a grace that defies physics. The roads themselves add to the adventure. Many are unpaved, riddled with potholes, and turn into muddy quagmires during the rainy season. Wooden bridges, creaking under the weight of passing vehicles, make your heart skip a beat. For gozijourney viewers, this vibrant chaos is a filmmaker's dream, a chance to capture the raw energy of a nation on the move. It's a reminder that in Timor-Leste, the journey is as unforgettable as the destination. Dili, a capital of quiet charm. Dili, the capital of Timor-Leste, is not what you'd expect from a nation's hub. There's no frenetic rush, no skyscrapers piercing the sky. Instead, Dili offers a gentle, almost meditative charm that feels like a warm embrace. Mornings here are for lingering at roadside cafes, where locals sip strong, bitter coffee and gaze out at the sea, their conversations blending with the sound of waves. Traditional markets like Tibesi and Bakora hum with life from dawn, offering everything from glistening fresh fish to handmade crafts. Old motorbikes weave through pedestrians, their engines a soft soundtrack to the city's rhythm. Just a short walk from the center, Aria Branca Beach beckons with its calm waters. Perfect for a swim or a moment of reflection. But Dili's true gem is the 27-meter-high Christ statue perched atop a hill, one of the tallest of its kind in the world. Climbing the 500-plus steps to its base is a pilgrimage in itself, rewarded with a breathtaking view of Dili's coastline and the deep blue bay beyond. Out on the water, fishermen cast nets just meters from shore, while low tide reveals a bounty of clams, snails, mussels, and sea cucumbers ripe for the picking. For those crafting a travel documentary, Dili is a study in contrasts, simple yet profound, quiet yet alive. Which would you choose, sipping coffee by the sea or gathering shellfish at dusk? Drop your answer in the comments. Lulik, sacred houses of the Highlands. High in the rugged hills of Timor-Leste stand the Lulik, sacred houses that rise like arrows toward the sky. These towering structures, some reaching 15 meters, are architectural marvels, built entirely by hand from forest wood and palm leaves without a single nail. The craftsmanship passed down through generations. Binds beams and thatch with traditional techniques, creating homes that are both functional and deeply spiritual. Lulik are not ordinary dwellings, they're sanctuaries. Accessible only to the Seiko, a clan chief or shaman who conducts rituals to honor ancestors, pray for bountiful harvests, or seek blessings for the community. About 200 Lulik remain scattered across the country, each a focal point for village life. During festivals, communities gather around these houses to sing, dance, and share ancient legends, keeping their heritage alive through oral tradition. The songs and stories told here are not written down, but carried in the collective memory, a living link to the ancestors. For Gozijourney viewers, these sacred houses offer a glimpse into a world where spirituality and tradition are inseparable, a narrative that could anchor a powerful travel documentary segment. The Lulik is a testament to Timor-Leste's enduring connection to its past, even as it steps boldly into the future. A passport that opens doors. It might surprise you that a nation as small and new as Timor-Leste holds one of the region's most valuable passports, thanks to historical ties with Portugal. Timorese citizens enjoy visa-free access to the Schengen area for up to 90 days, a privilege many larger nations lack. This connection to Europe is a quiet nod to the country's colonial past, now repurposed as a gateway to global mobility. For tourists, Timor-Leste is equally welcoming. U.S. citizens and many others can secure a 30-day visa on arrival at Dili's airport or seaport with minimal hassle, just a travel plan, proof of accommodation, and evidence of $150 per day in funds. For most EU citizens except those from Ireland, entry is even simpler. A valid passport grants 90 days visa-free. This openness makes Timor-Leste an accessible gem for travelers, a place where bureaucratic barriers don't dim the allure of exploration. For a travel documentary, this flexibility is a storyline in itself, highlighting how a young nation embraces the world while inviting the world to embrace it. Are you surprised by the power of Timor-Leste passport? Comment with the number 8 and let us know your thoughts. Coffee, the heartbeat of the economy. Coffee in Timor-Leste isn't just a drink, it's the lifeblood of the economy, accounting for up to 90% of export revenue and employing nearly 300,000 people, a quarter of the population. From November to March, farmers hand-pick ripe coffee cherries in the wild, natural environment of Timor's hills, producing beans with a high caffeine kick and a rich, unique flavor. About 85 to 90% of this coffee is exported through the Timor Global Coffee Company, with some processed in Indonesia and resold to brands like Starbucks as blends like Arabian Mocha Timor. A cup of pure Timorese coffee, costing less than $1, is potent enough to make your heart race, a perfect jolt for adventurers. Visiting the natural coffee gardens is an experience in itself. You can walk among the plants, breathe in the earthy aroma, and sip the freshest coffee you'll ever taste. For Gozijourney viewers, this is a story of tradition, labor, and global connection. Perfect for a travel documentary that explores the intersection of culture and commerce. Have you ever tasted coffee that tells a story? Share your favorite coffee experience in the comments. Historical and cultural treasures. Timor-Leste's past is etched into its landscapes and landmarks, each telling a chapter of its journey. In Dili, the Motil Church stands as the oldest Catholic structure in the nation, its moss-covered stone walls and soaring Gothic Baroque architecture a testament to Portuguese influence. Built in the 18th century, it's more than a place of worship. It's a community hub where Easter and Christmas celebrations bring the city together in faith and festivity. Beyond Dili, Mount Ramelow rises 2,986 meters, a sacred peak crowned by a 3-meter Virgin Mary statue. The climb through terraced fields and misty cloud forest is both a physical challenge and a spiritual pilgrimage, culminating in views that stretch across the island's heart. For those seeking a deeper understanding, the Timor-Leste Resistance Museum in Dili is a must-visit. Through photographs, letters, maps, and wartime artifacts, it traces the nation's grueling path to independence, from Portuguese rule through Indonesian occupation to the triumphant day in 2002. The museum's timeline design pulls you into the story, making it a powerful stop for anyone crafting a narrative of resilience. These sites, blending history, faith, and natural beauty, are the soul of Timor-Leste, waiting to be explored. A culinary crossroads. Timor-Leste cuisine is a delicious fusion of Southeast Asian, Pacific, and Portuguese flavors, a reflection of its layered history. The national dish, Ikan Peeps, is a masterpiece of simplicity, mackerel or tuna marinated with lemongrass, ginger, chili, and onion, wrapped in banana leaves, and grilled over charcoal. The aroma alone is enough to draw you in. Served with sticky rice and a zesty chili lime fish sauce. Fwata, a Portuguese-inspired stew of red beans and pork, gets a Timorese twist with local forest leaves and a wood fire cook, creating a rich, smoky flavor. For dessert, Babi Insie, a multi-layered cake of rice flour, eggs, and coconut, offers a creamy, mildly sweet taste, often served to mark festive occasions. This culinary blend is a journey in itself, a chance to taste the crossroads of cultures that define Timor-Leste. Whether you're savoring a street-side meal or a festival feast, every bite tells a story of tradition and adaptation. The cost of living in a hidden gem. Living in Timor-Leste, particularly in Dili, comes with a surprising price tag. A one-bedroom apartment in the city center costs $500 to $1,200 a month, while larger apartments run $1,500 to $2,500, comparable to mid-sized U.S. cities. Local produce is affordable. Think $1 per kilogram for potatoes. But imported goods from Australia or Indonesia can double your grocery bill. A local meal is a steal at $3 to $5, but a Western restaurant dinner for two might set you back $40 to $60. Transportation is a tale of two worlds. Microlets cost just 25 cents per ride, but renting a car runs $70 a day, with gasoline at $5 per gallon. To live comfortably in Dili, expect to budget $1,000 to $500 a month. This cost might catch you off guard for such a small nation, but it reflects its remote location and reliance on imports. For travelers, though, the experience outweighs the expense. Timor-Leste's untouched beauty and rich culture are worth every penny. Would you consider making Timor-Leste your home, or is it better as a short adventure? Comment with the number 1 if you live here, or 0 if you just visit. We've just uncovered 15 reasons why Timor-Leste is a must-see for any adventurer's soul. From its sacred houses to its vibrant festivals, this young nation is a treasure trove of stories waiting to be told. Which fact captured your heart? Share it in the comments. And let's keep the conversation going. If you've loved this deep dive into Timor-Leste, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to Gozi Journey, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our next adventure. Together, let's keep exploring the world's hidden corners and sharing the stories that make travel unforgettable.